why this video is to help you learn how to use StatKey to do descriptive statistics and graphs for one categorical variable. So the first thing we're going to do from the main menu of StatKey is go under descriptive statistics and graphs and click on one categorical variable. This brings us into a page of StatKey that is summarizing a data set that is looking at the responses that people gave when asked if they agreed that there is one true love for each person. So first of all, we see graphically a bar chart here. Bar charts are for categorical variables. There's always space between the bars. And we can see we've got a bar for each category, one for agree, one for disagree, and one for don't know. And the height of the bars is representing the number of people in the sample who gave each of those responses. Now over to the right, we have the summary statistics table. This is what's called a frequency table. And in the frequency table, we see each category listed: agree, disagree, don't know. For each category, we have the count, also known as the frequency, shown. 735 said they agree, 1,812 said they disagree, 78 said they don't know, and there were a total of 2,625 people who answered. Now we also can see the proportion who gave each response. This is called the relative frequency also, remember. We find it by taking the number in each category and dividing it by the total. So if we take 735 divided by 2,625, we get 0.28, and that is our relative frequency or proportion who agree, shown here. And the proportion who disagree was 0.69, and the proportion who don't know was 0.03. And keep in mind that the relative frequencies, that is the proportions, always have to add up to 1. Now, if we wanted to look at a different variable, there are a couple of ways we can do it. There are a whole bunch of different variables that are used in the homework and in the examples in the textbook, and a lot of those are included as built-in data sets in StatKey. And to look at the other built-in data sets, we can come over and click where it says one true love and use this pull-down menu to choose one of the other data sets. If, on the other hand, we wanted to choose something that's not one of the built-in data sets, we can enter our own data by clicking on the Edit Data button. So here there are two different ways we could enter the data. The first one, as we can see, is we can give the frequencies. So we can list each column with its frequency. If I wanted to look at my own data, I am looking at the number of people who prefer 3 different types of pizza. I asked each person whether they would prefer pepperoni, cheese, or Hawaiian. So I've got 3 different responses. Pepperoni, there were 3 people who preferred pepperoni. Cheese, 2 people preferred cheese. And Hawaiian. Four people prefer Hawaiian. The data has a header row is checked because up here at the top, we're telling what's in each of these 2 columns. They have to be separated with a comma, so we know where the response ends and the frequency begins. And then we click OK. And here we have our bar chart and our frequencies and relative frequencies calculated for this data set. Now there's another way that I could have entered this data. Going back to my Edit Data button, instead of entering the frequencies, I could have just entered all of the responses. So there were 3 people who preferred pepperoni. So I would have had 3 pepperoni responses. there were 2 people who preferred cheese, so I would have 2 cheese responses. And there were 4 people who preferred Hawaiian, so there'd be 4 Hawaiian responses. And now I need to check, because I don't have frequencies here, I check this box that says that I have raw data. And click enter. And I get the same summary statistics. So 2 different ways to enter the same data. I hope this gives you a good start using StatKey to calculate descriptive statistics and graphs for one categorical variable. Have a good day.